And I don't know if we can go into this now, but the other fear that I hear often is like feeling like if I open this box, I'm off on I don't know where it goes and I'm then become this and that. And maybe it's the same thing you're saying, but people not knowing how they can play within their taboos or within their whatever it is, their fantasy without maybe completely blowing up their lives or I don't know, like, there's, like, these fears. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's different. I use the analogy of a black hole to kind of anchor what's happening psychologically. So let's go out into the sky, like real black holes in astrophysics. What is happening in a black hole? We can look at a black hole, and that's what these taboo fantasies are. Like they're calling us. There's this massive gravitational pull. What happens in a real black hole out in space is there's this thing called an event horizon. And
Mhm,
the moment you cross over that line, you're not even through the black hole's portal yet, but the moment you cross over that line, that's your
mhm,
point of no return. You
mhm,
can never go back. You can't. And I think on some level, our soul understands that what is on the other side of this is such a mystery. Our soul understands that once you go through, you can't come back.
mhm,
One There is a point of no return where I can never go back to being a person who hasn't done these things. And that is just true. And there is a specific kind of isolation that can happen when you make a choice to be in your authentic expression like that.
mm,
There's a cost associated, and I think sometimes our souls are not prepared to reckon with that cost.
mm,
But here is also the truth is that the cost of inauthenticity, of contortion, of lying to yourself, of denying yourself, well, there's a cost that is much higher
mm,
than the cost of isolation in this culture that is delusional on
mm,
sexuality. So you have to weigh, and that's sometimes how I'm helping people, like, reframe that, but there it is honest. It's an honest threshold that you are crossing, and it is a point of no return, and why it's so unknown and why I use black holes as the analogy is because black holes cease to follow the laws of physics on this earthly plane.
mm.
None of the laws, none of the equations apply to black holes. You put a trombone in, you get an elephant out. Right? It's like that. And if anyone's heard me kind of talk about some of the gifts that have been given to me, I would have never seen them coming, right? The first time I did scat play, I was like never expecting to understand the multi faces of God through a
Mm.
scat play scene, right? Oh, put in shit in mouth, get out understanding of monotheism. But I wouldn't have guessed it. So that you actually don't know what is gonna be delivered, and we as humans hate that.
Yeah.
We have not been trained to enjoy that process. It's a practice that you actually have to do, and you do it I don't say, like, jump right to the thing. If you haven't had a little bit of go outside and walk around, know an agenda for the day and see what magic happens, right? That's when we kind of start to rewire our brain to enjoy the unknown. But many people aren't raised that way or practiced in that place.
And I guess there are more